Welcome to this video. I am teacher Jinjo Isaac. We are still looking at the maximum and minimum value of a trigonometric expression. So here we have to find the two values, maximum and minimum, and their corresponding angle values. So what we are going to do here is to still get the single trigonometric ratio by using the R formula. So let me use R sine of x minus alpha to be equal to my root 3, then sine x minus cos x. So the task here is to find R and alpha. So here I don't have a constant, no need of adding it. So now let us see the expansion here of x minus sine x minus alpha. We are going to have R sine alpha cos x, then minus R cos alpha sine x. So if you see this, we can now compare the coefficients. Now sine x has got a coefficient of negative R cos alpha. So negative R cos alpha is equal to root 3, or R cos alpha is negative root 3. Then I see the coefficient of cos. Here it is R sine alpha equal to negative 1. So to find R, we shall get the square root of this squared, which is 3, and this squared, which is 1, which is equal to plus or minus 2. So we shall have a 2. We take the magnitude. So now if we want to find the alpha, I will just divide. I'm going to divide the two equations. This equation here, them equal to 1, and this one 2. So 2 divided by 1, we shall be getting tan alpha equal to 1 over root 3. So alpha is going to be equal to the tan inverse of 1 over root 3. So our alpha will be, let's see the tan inverse of 1 over root 3 which is 30. So this gives us a 30 degrees. So from here we need to find the maximum and the minimum values. Let us first write our expression in this form. So we have R, which is 2, then we used sine, and we shall have x minus alpha. Our alpha is 30. So the maximum value and the minimum value. Let me take the sine of an angle to be I call it 1. It implies that the maximum value here is going to be 2 times 1, which is a 2. Then if I take, now if sine of x minus 3 minus 30 is equal to negative 1, we'll be having 2 times negative 1, which is negative 2. So the two values, we have 2, the maximum, and we have -2, the minimum. So the corresponding angle for the maximum value, the angle, we shall get it from here. So we took this to be equal to 1. It implies that we have sine x minus 30 equal to 1, or x minus 30 will be equal to the sine inverse of negative, so sine inverse of 1, and the sine inverse of 1, the sine inverse of 1 is 90. So x minus 30 degrees is equal to 90 degrees. These are degrees. So meaning that the x is going to be equal to 90 degrees plus 30 degrees, which is equal to 120 degrees. The maximum value will occur when x is 120 degrees. Now what about the minimum value? So for the minimum value, we took, which was -2, we took this to be -1. So we shall have the sine of x minus 30 degrees to be equal to -1. And now x minus 30 degrees will be equal to the sine inverse of -1. So we shall get x minus 30 degrees equal to -90 degrees. So x will be equal to -90 degrees plus 30 degrees. We take that negative side this side, so x will be equal to -60 degrees. So this is what we need to do for such questions. So -60 degrees, you know, it will be here, or if we use the positive side, it will be 300 degrees. So it can occur when it is -60 degrees, or x to be 300 degrees. So now let us see what part D says. So part D, in this case, we are going to find the minimum and maximum value only. Let us see how we do it. So express y equal to 8 cos x plus 6 sin x in the form of r cos. Now here we've been given what to use. So we have r cos x minus alpha equal to 8 cos x plus 6 sin x. We've been given what to use, so we just use that. So we expand this, it will be equal to r cos alpha cos x, then a plus when there is a negative here in the compound angle expansion of a cos, so we put a plus here. So this is going to be r sin alpha cos x. So by comparing, we see that our r cos alpha is equal to 8, and our r sin alpha here is equal to 6. So if I want to find r, I'll take the square root of 8 squared, which is 64, and 6 squared, which is 36, giving us the square root of 100, which is plus or minus 10. So here I'll take the magnitude of 10. Now if we need to get the angle, we shall divide equation 2 divided by equation 1, we shall be having tan alpha equal to 6 over 8. So alpha will be equal to the tan inverse of 3 over 4. So alpha is going to be equal to, let us see, and the tan inverse of 3 by 4, we get 36.7. 36.7 degrees. Okay, so now what do we need to do here is to have our y as 1 over, so this is going to be r, which r is 10. We have expressed this in this other form, so this is going to be 10 cos x minus the angle is 36.7, then plus 15. So you need to express to find the maximum and the minimum values. So we can use cos of this angle to be 1, and then after cos of this angle to be -1. So for cos of x minus alpha to be equal to -1, we can have y equal to 1 over -10 plus 15, which is equal to 1 over 5. That is one value. Now for cos of x minus alpha to be equal to 1, we can have y equal to 1 over 10 plus 15, which is 1 out of 25. So we have two values. Which one is maximum? So the maximum is this, is 1 over 5, and the minimum is 1 out of 25 for this question here. So that's how we do this number. If they want the angle at which it will occur, we solve for x from here, and this is now for the minimum because it gave us 1 over 25. The minimum will occur when cos x minus is equal to 1. So you get the value of x from here. Remember, we already have the value of alpha, but it was not needed like in part C. But in part D, we just give the minimum and the maximum values of y. Sorry, it's not a y. Y was only this, so this is not y. It was wrong to say that y is equal to this. It was just an expression. Y was, this is the only y. So the maximum value of this oral expression is 1 over 5, and the minimum is 1 out of 25. So our y was already, it was expressed in this form. So this part here, the two terms, gives us a y. Sorry, a y. So we need to correct this also. We have to add a 6 here. It is missing. So 6 is going to be added here. Yeah. So that was the typing error. But hope everything is fine. So this is what we do. Thank you for watching. Let us meet in the next video. Now we are going to look at the factor formula. The next topic will be factor formula. Please watch. We shall meet this R formula in solving trigonometric equations. We can use it to solve trigonometric equations. So please subscribe to the channel and recommend the channel to your colleagues. Don't be mean. When you have something good, please share it with some friends, and please send your comments. For any error, I'm sorry about that. We can collect it together. So thank you. I am teacher Isaac.